Hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our morning market update for Wednesday, June the 7th of 2017. I had to look down to see what date it is. I feel a little disoriented. I'm wearing my hockey jersey today. If you guys are wondering, True North Hockey, it's a men's league. It's a championship that you won. It's a champion sweater. So I want you guys to know you're dealing with the champion this morning. And I was drafted to the NHL. I just decided not to go because I'd rather trade. All right. Not true. But with that aside, let's get started. We got an exciting update today. We got a lot to cover. Tomorrow is Super Thursday, as the media has coined it, because the media needs cheesy names for cheesy events. James Comey is going to be testifying tomorrow, so look for that tomorrow in the afternoon. It might be the morning, actually. We'll let you know on tomorrow's morning update. He'll be testifying. I don't think they're going to get the bullet to take down Trump and impeach him. That's what they're expecting. That's tomorrow. There's going to be some volatility. Tomorrow's ECB press conference. All right, Mario Draghi will also have a speech. He'll take Q&A. We're set for a really busy day today, a really busy day tomorrow, but today's going to be a little bit more quiet as a result. So we'll talk about that. All right, in Asia, overnight, Japan is flat. Hong Kong down 0.1%. China up a whopping 1.2%. Strong market out in the Asian session, especially out of China. India up 0.3%. In Europe, midday, London's up 0.1%, Paris up nearly 1%, and Frankfurt up 0.3%. All right, futures here in the S&P, Dow is flat, S&P 500 is 0.1% higher, Nasdaq 0.1% higher. Crude is getting hit once again, down 0.5%, trading 47.93. Actually, let me just get you the latest quote and update here. Crude is currently 47.71 after sweeping out the overnight low. Okay. We've got an overnight low. We opened up on the lows on the pit session at 9 a.m. We're getting a little bit bid going here, but it can't hold above 70.75. It's running into a wall of offers up top. So that's crude. Crude looks weak today. Markets slightly stronger on the equity front and sliding into a flat session into the U.S. It's going to be an interesting day today. All right, today's economic calendar, we have mortgage applications as of 7 a.m. 8:30, we had the Gallup U.S. job creation index. 10:30 is the big announcement. It's going to be the Department of Energy petroleum inventories. So if you're looking at anything, look at crude oil at 10:30. Massive opportunity, big volatility comes in. And with crude trading so weak, it's going to be an interesting trade. We're going to trade that live in our room. If you subscribe before 9 a.m., 9:30, 10, as long as it's before 10:30, we'll get you in the room and you can trade it together with us. You have to get the Day Trader Pro or the Pro Bundle package at TradeProAcademy.com. In the pricing section, you can find out more details. But if you want to trade that with us live, come on out today. All right, there's going to be a lot of opportunity. 10:30 a.m. is when the trade starts. You should be there before 10:15 so you can hear the preview and the trading strategy around it. All right, it's going to be an exciting day. I think that's what I'm waiting for. As a trader, that's the big event of the day. That's where I'm going to step on it and pounce and make some money. All right, so the markets might be quiet in preparation for the Super Thursday tomorrow. Expect a little bit of less volume today, which means your trading size should be a little bit less. Your frequency should be a little bit less trades, less size to compensate for less volume and the anticipation of tomorrow's event. I hardly doubt big institutions will be putting on or unwinding trades one day before this situation. So keep your eye peeled. It's going to be an interesting day. It has the opportunity to be a quiet day or has the opportunity to have some movement if a news event breaks out, which it already has this morning. All right. Let's cover 2 points today in the title of the video. I said, does nobody care about the U.S. elections? And not the U.S., the U.K. elections. And the answer to that is no, I don't think they do. I think everyone's forgotten about the election. Less than 24 hours, there's an election going on in the U.K., all right? Theresa May not be there anymore. She may not be there. All right, she called for a snap election for June 8th. She got what she wanted. Her strategy behind calling the snap election is she wanted to gain some parliamentary majority, meaning she wants to get a little bit more influence in parliament so she could pass through her bills in legislature, right? Right now, she's got a slim majority that allows her to put forward an agenda, but it still requires her own party's support and then the opposing party's support. She can't even get votes passed with her own party. And I know you're saying, well, Donald Trump's got a majority in the Senate, the House, and he's the president, and it's all Republican, and he can't get anything passed. Well, that's a whole different issue on its own. Theresa May thinks she can with that kind of strength and tailwind behind her. So that's what the election's all about. This is actually big. This is big news. It's not a small thing to be shrugging off. For those of you that trade currency, you should definitely be trading the pound US dollar pair today and going into this election. I'm seeing some volatility in it, and it might draw me in for some currency trades today, depending on what we hear in the updates through the news squawk. All right, so you got to know about that. Basically, what's at risk here is she wants a hard Brexit. Theresa May wants to exit the European Union in the literal sense of the definition exit. She just wants nothing to do with it. She wants to take a clean break. Nobody else in Parliament, nobody else in the government branch wants to actually take that approach. So if she doesn't gain any strength, all right, through this election, then the hard Brexit tone starts to change a little bit. We'll see what that looks like. That's what's up at war here is Brexit. Brexit, Brexit, Brexit. That's all that is going to be talked about. That's all this election's about. Very strange. She called the snap election and then ran a terrible campaign. I don't know if you guys have seen any of it or kept tabs on it. It makes no sense. I think she's going to lose some strength in Parliament. I'm scratching my head. But if I scratch my head at everything that was strange to me these days, I'd have no hair left on my head. And look, I got a full head of hair, so that's how bad it is. All right. This morning, we also heard some news. There's some overlapping or replacement tactic out of Europe to replace or overlap NATO. This is big, massive news for the U.S. The U.S. is starting to lose power. It's starting to lose that global appeal, and right behind their backs. Most news outlets don't even talk to this first. So if you're in the USA, I urge you to look up this proposal and what it means for you. The European Union is proposing to start their own version of NATO. They're not saying they're going to withdraw from NATO. Obviously, they're not going to say that because that would be terrible. You don't do it. You don't say it. You just go and do it. That's why this world has changed from back in the day. Nowadays, everyone just talks all this crap on social media because they can. Back in the day, you talk crap, I'll meet you in the schoolyard. That's a fist fight, right? So there's no action that's being added to a lot of these words. That's why everyone's running off at the mouth. The way to do it is create the legislature, roll it out, all right, try it out, and slowly replace what's in the current system. That's the way to take over. Anywho, look out for that, because why is that important? Well, Trump had some words for Merkel, Chancellor of Germany. She shot back. Trump pulled out of the Paris Accord, which was a bit of a slap to the faces of a lot of the European countries. All right, Putin's happy in the background. The Europeans considering this because it allows them to work on their economic ties and strengthen their bond. There's interesting things are happening here. You have to know about this. Two things I want to talk about, and then we'll call it the day. Donald Trump. I entitled this Donald Trump versus the U.S. military. All right. This is interesting. So Saudi Arabia goes in and imposes this blockage on Qatar, right? So Qatar right now has a great source of natural gas. We talked about yesterday's video. If you want to watch why this whole situation has happened, watch yesterday's morning market update. I'll put the link in the video below. Just click right now or at the top, wherever it shows up. Click there and watch the YouTube video. It's very enlightening. But here's what's happened. So after Saudi Arabia has imposed this blockage on Qatar, all right, and the other GCC countries, the Gulf Cooperation Council, all right, interesting things happen. So the Navy's blockaded the passageway to Qatar, right? Just think about this in your head. And Donald Trump tweets that he supports this. The problem with this is that the president of the United States supports the blockage of a country which holds one of the largest United States military bases. Think about being a soldier working in Qatar in the U.S. military base and seeing a tweet from your president that says, I support this. Would you not be like, what the heck is going on? Should I be getting ready for war here or not? Is the president trapping me in or not? What should happen? All right, totally undiplomatic move, terrible. A lot of the friends and close family members read an article this morning of Donald Trump are telling him to shut off Twitter and never tweet again because he's just causing trouble. I don't lean either way. I don't have a political side that I support. At least I hope not, that I'm showing to you guys, because that's not my job. My job is to talk markets. But man, that's terrible. Okay, that's a terrible thing for Trump to have done through Twitter. You can't command policy like that through Twitter. Twitter only gives you 140 characters. All right. Anyways, big terrorist attack this morning. This is kind of breaking news. It's pushing oil a little bit lower. 4 gunmen opened fire in the Iranian parliament. Okay, and you would think, hey, it's Iran. There's probably a lot of tension there. Hasn't happened since 1980. They have a lot of beefed up security around parliament buildings, especially. There was an ongoing meeting going on in the parliament, and 4 gunmen walked in and opened fire, killing 7 people. All right, 30 minutes later, opened fire in one of the biggest shrines in Iranian, killing another 5, I think. So grand total so far of 12, plus a lot of injuries. All attackers have been taken out by this point, and the situation subdued. But that's causing a lot of conflict. And just think about this. One class that I took in school that taught me the most about, that I would say I'm using this knowledge to this day, is called, not math, it's not called finance. Finance was a load of crap. Whole bunch of courses I took that were meaningless. This book I could have used for a little fire to keep myself warm because they were useless. The one class I learned the most about was critical thinking. All right, teaching you as an investor, teaching you as a person how to read headlines and think critically about them. Don't accept what you're given. Think why, what, who, where would cause this kind of event. Now, I'm not going to give you the conclusion. I'm going to get you to think for yourself. All right, Saudi Arabia exports a lot of oil to the United States, buys a lot of their treasuries. Okay, United States, Saudi Arabia are obviously buddies. Saudi Arabia accuses Qatar of funding terrorists in Iran. All right, 2 days later, Iran's parliament gets broken into and open fire shooting by 4 assailants from ISIS. All right, you connect the dots. I'm not saying anything. Next up, we have oil inventory numbers today. Oil's got a lot of volatility going for 2 reasons. One, we had a lot of supply build yesterday out of the numbers, and today we got an opportunity to confirm that. So we'll trade that live. The only thing I'm going to say is there was a report out of the Department of Energy that says U.S. oil production will rise to 10 million barrels a day next year. All right, oil patch production has surged 9% to 9.3 million barrels over the last 8 months. Expected increase to 10 million. What does that tell you? OPEC's cutting production. American oil production is shooting up to curb that or to grab some of that market share in light of the production cut. What does that mean for oil? Bearish. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great day. Let me see. Oh, Trump is speaking today at 1:30. I forgot. I wrote that to mention it to you. 1:30 p.m. today. Donald Trump will be speaking about his infrastructure plan. His new thing is to privatize the air traffic control system. I guess that's just the next thing on the agenda. So we're going to have to hear about it. 1:30 p.m. today, he takes center stage. He's going to go live. No real big economic news. Watch for oil. Watch for this Middle Eastern situation today. Watch for the UK elections. The assets you should be trading today are probably oil, the pound, the cable US dollar currency pair, those 2 for sure. And expect this. I'll tell you this. I expect today to see low volume, range bound trading on equity indices. All right, equities in the United States are delusional. Volatility index, VIX, the VIX symbol, is also delusional. They're telling you there's no volatility. There's no fear in the market. If you just open your eyes and look outside of Western media and read some of those articles, you realize you're being lied to. There's a lot of things to be scared of out there, especially in today's world. A lot of terrorism activity, North Korea, a lot of uncertainty. Europe and U.S. relations are deteriorating. All right, Russian-U.S. relations have deteriorated and get worse. Megyn Kelly interviews President Putin, and what airs on TV is totally different from the parts they cut out. I urge you guys to go on YouTube and Google, all right, President Putin, Megyn Kelly interview, unedited or edited out segments. Google that, see what you get. Watch that interview and see the difference, a stark difference between what they aired and what they cut out. All right, guys, take care. Have yourselves a great day. Good luck trading oil, cable, pound, USD, and I think range bound for equity markets. But we could see some action as well. Always keep your chin up. Keep swinging. Good luck. Good trading. We'll catch you in tomorrow's morning market update. We'll have less things to talk about, but there was a lot today. I had to cover it all. It's my responsibility to give you free information. Take care. Have a great day. Subscribers, give me 1 second. I'm just going to turn off the YouTube broadcast. We'll get started. If you want to join the trading room today, it's a great day to do it. Sign up. Go to tradeproacademy.com. Come on out. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's a risk-free process for you. And I think the only thing in the markets that is risk-free is a Trade Pro Academy membership. So check it out. Give it a shot. You won't be disappointed. Take care, guys. Let me open up the room search. Goodbye.